This is the Iowa Weather Report for Monday, January the 14th, 2013. Now our first look at the 0Z GFS Model Run. This is at noon today. We have a trough axis just to our west, digging in through the desert southwest with some energy there. Ridge over the south and east, and in the middle we have a storm system from the mid-Atlantic down into the Gulf Coast with some rain there. Around here it's still sunny with highs in the teens north to lower to middle 20s south and sunshine abounding. Still that way Tuesday, a little bit warmer, highs in the 20s to lower 30s, maybe some mid-30s in some areas, especially with little snow on the ground except in the far southeast and the far northwestern counties. Wednesday it warms up a little bit more, 30s across the state, maybe a few low 40s as warm air starts to come back northward, but a storm system moving through Canada is going to drop a cold front southward again, and that drops the temperatures back down into the 20s to lower 30s for highs, with rain still along the coast or the Gulf Coast with that stalled front down there. We move ahead to Friday, and here we have a Arctic type front just to our north with some snow from Wisconsin, Minnesota northwestward into Canada, a low pressure over Alberta province. And what does that mean? That means an Alberta Clipper is coming down, and the low moves all the way to near Green Bay, Wisconsin, and another rush of cold air with a 1040 millibar high moving into the country in Montana and North Dakota. So this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, will be brisk, cool, highs in the 20s, lows in the single digits and lower teens. Maybe a little bit of snow here Sunday in the Dakotas and Minnesota, and maybe clipping into Iowa at that point. A week from today, we still have this long, broad trough over almost the entire country, only the far west seeing a ridge, and that extends all the way up into Alaska, and that's just dumping the cold air from the north straight at us. So it's going to be cold into next week with highs looking like in the teens to lower 20s, lake effect snow over the lakes, and very dry around here. A couple days after that, on the 25th, it starts to go zonal around here. We have an upper level feature near San Francisco, but it's more west to east at this point, and that's going to keep a lot of the cold, bitter air well to our north, high pressure moving into New England. Some rain down to our south and a little bit of snow, but nothing around here still, so nothing for snowmobilers, I'm afraid. And this doesn't look much better here on the 29th at the end of the forecast. Bit of a ridge over the south and west, a bit of a semi-trough over the east, some pieces of energy over the Carolinas, Texas, but nothing around here. A little bit of light snow to our north, big storm moving into the Pacific Northwest, and one over the south and east, but nothing around here for any snow. Here's the satellite image from last evening. We have the frontal system moving across the eastern part of the country down into the south with some rain and a little bit of snow. A little bit of cloudiness off to our west, but it's fairly tranquil with cold air streaming in from the north and west. The watch warning map from last evening, some fog issues over New England down into mid-Atlantic, some winter weather issues over the south intermixed with some flood issues, some freeze issues over the south and the Central Valley of California, and some winter issues over the northwest. QPF chart, precipitation over the next 5 days through Friday evening at 6 o'clock. Some heavy precipitation from the Gulf Coast to the mid-Atlantic, where upwards of 1 to 3 inches of rain are possible. It's going to stay dry around here for at least the next week.